So I finally managed to get to the location I wanted to go to, and guys, look at that, it's amazing. This is my second location I wanted to show you today, and look how cool and how majestic this forest is. As you can see, these trees are so tall. I just found even better ways to create contrast. How about some puddles with some reflections in the water combined with popping colors of the fallen leaves? Look at this puddle, for instance. That's the way we want to portray autumn. Now I'm going to switch over to the GoPro to show you how I take a few photos from this location. So first, I really like this little orange leaf, so I'm going to use that as a foreground element, but I need to flip over my screen because my camera should be as low to the ground as possible. And then look at that reflection. Again, I focus on the brightest area, which is the water. Okay, what else can we use? Like these little pieces of grass might create a perfect foreground element. Yeah. Now this is not the best shot, but in this photo I will on purpose not expose to the brightest area. We'll see later on why. With this puddle, for instance, I like this reflection a lot. Basically what you also can do is hold this leaf in front of the lens. No, I will just lay it on the ground, it's more natural. But this forest, guys, is I only discovered this forest a few years ago. I think a year or two ago. And I instantly fell in love with it. Now there's this other creative shot I wanted to show you, and basically now we're here, it's dry, the forest is changing into 1,000 colors of autumn, yellow, orange, brown. So I thought, why not try this creative effect right here, right now. Basically you need a little wooden bench. This time it's not wood, but it will be perfect to create the shot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over to my Nikon D3300, and I'll see you in a few moments. I'm equipped with my Nikon D3300, and I just tried a few test photos with this little wooden bench, and it appeared to be not as interesting, but the shot might get interesting by using this. I'm not sure whether you will be able to see this. Okay, this is a blind shot, and I really hope it turned out well. Yeah, it did. I used my phone, and now I'm gonna take another shot just with my camera. And then later on in the edit in Photoshop, I will just paste over the last shot I took onto the screen of my phone. So that's one creative shot. What you also can do is shoot through things. This creates a really beautiful composition. For instance, this little bush of grass, I use this to shoot through. It really creates a beautiful foreground element to portray this forest. And that's about it. So I'm going to put aside my camera, and I've got one last location to show you. And hopefully we hit it before sunset. If not, then yeah, it will be for a different video. Just notice this beautiful puddle and the reflection, my god. Maybe one remark regarding the photos I take during this video. Almost all my shots taken with my phone are shot in automatic mode. The only thing I did enable is HDR mode, which basically benefits from the AI of the smartphone itself. So what it does, HDR means high dynamic range. And in an HDR photo, basically what you do is you create 3 images quickly after each other. One underexposed, one normal exposed, and one overexposed shot. Camera will basically stitch all 3 of those photos together into one beautiful photo. And that way you avoid heavily overexposed shots, and you create more details in your shadows as well. So that's one little piece of advice. But don't use the technique all the time. I sometimes use it too often, because at sometimes it's just not beautiful at all, and then you're better off by shooting in RAW and edit everything later on. Oh crap. I'm going to take a small detour. Just a little update on our way to our third location, because I just found these beautiful mushrooms on my way. I will show them and take a few photos, and you will see them on screen. Clearly see now there is a little bit of wind, and the water isn't as reflective as it was when there was no wind at all. So that's what I meant by shooting reflections and puddles. You absolutely don't want any wind at all. No. And there's still some sunflowers over here. Amazing. Actually, this would be a perfect place to fly out a drone. As you already can see, the sun is setting, but these clouds are also really beautiful to shoot. I'm going to walk a bit further. As you clearly can see, guys, this sunflower field was in my schedule for today, but by going out and shoot the forest basically, I just discovered a few other opportunities to take beautiful photos, and that's what you should learn. And this sunflower field proves again that you don't need to sit behind your computer and just watch videos all day and think about how great you could be, but just go out and start shooting. That's why I chose my quote. You don't have to be great to start, but you should start to become great. And that's what matters. It doesn't matter what gear you use, guys. It doesn't matter whether it's a phone, just an action cam, or just even an old camera. It doesn't matter at all. Just go out, take your camera, enjoy nature, or enjoy whatever you like. Whether it's a city or nature, it doesn't matter to me at all. Just go out, take your camera, look for opportunities, think about the key elements I already explained to you in the previous videos. Think about your composition and just see what will come. By starting to shoot throughout the day, you will see your photos will improve. I'm not used to create these videos, but by just starting to create them, I already feel way more confident to talk to the camera. As you can see here, the sun is really beautiful now. I just think I'm going to take a few more photos before my GoPro battery dies. Alright guys, I just found out that it's already pretty late and there's still quite a long way home. So I've decided to end this video here and just give you a brief summary of the important highlights. What we did in today's video was go out to the woods after a lot of rainy days. The forest was filled with puddles, mud, and was pretty dark. As you can see, it's still a bit cloudy as well, but the weather was really overcast all day. In those conditions, and also during summer for instance, it's pretty important to look for contrasty colors against the green tones. Otherwise your photos might be as interesting as you want them to be. There are two important ways to create contrast. Of course, there are many other ways to make your photos more interesting, but more on that in a different video. But the first thing was to look for popping colors in general. During autumn, it's a bit easier to find these yellow, orange and brown or red leaves, which create a big contrast against the green background. But you can also use flowers. We saw some purple flowers, for instance, on the way to our final location. Another way to create contrast in your photos against the green background is by taking advantage of the rain and look for puddles. Puddles or water in general, when there is no wind, are perfect natural mirrors. which are reflecting the sunlight and create some beautiful contrast against the green tones. If you watch closely, you can even create amazing reflections in these photos, like I showed you in this video. Now, without further ado, I hope you liked this video. Please consider liking the video if you liked it, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Hey guys, just one last thing I forgot to mention, which is basically the most important thing of the entire video. That is, just to remember, you don't need to be great to start, but start to become great. See you in the next video. Bye. Guys, on my way home I just found this. Look at these large mushrooms. I just wanted to show you them. I'm going to snap a photo and show it you in the video. Bye!